Let me tell you something. Wrestling is dead. It's dead, and it's been dead for a long time now. And a big part of that is because they basically killed kayfabe. That's the reason for this. Kayfabe is dead, and at Clash of the Castle, they basically put the nail in the coffin. They called Triple H Paul Triple H Levesque. Did you just fucking call Triple H Paul? I'm telling you, man. Wrestling is just so far gone now. Wrestling used to get millions and millions, as The Rock would say. It would get millions of views every week. I'm talking 8 million in July of 1999. 8 million views. And now they can barely get 2 million. You know why? Because they're giving you a load of shit. Chris Jericho played a character in 1999 called Y2J. And when Y2J made his debut against The Rock, he basically said, mediocrity is accepted as excellence. I, meaning he, Chris Jericho, I am excellence. He's right about that. Why the fuck are we forced to accept mediocre things? Why? And you get angry if we criticize it. When I say you, I mean the people that put the product out. Why do you get angry because we won't accept a pile of shit? And I go through the same thing with the Halloween community. They get so upset because I won't accept a pile of shit. Why don't you do me a favor? Hand somebody a bag of shit and see how they react. Because that's basically what this is. Why do you do that? This whole thing with Roman Reigns. You know, I remember that day, believe it or not, in August of 2020. I actually remember that. I remember SummerSlam. And they kept saying all day long, you'll never see it coming. You'll never see it coming. And I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about? You'll never see it coming. And Roman Reigns comes out. And he basically beats the shit out of Bray Wyatt. And he says, oh, you're just a freak in a mask. This title is mine. So he comes out there and he's this badass all of a sudden. Let me ask you a question. How can Bray Wyatt come back to WWE after looking like that? How can he come back to WWE after Roman Reigns just basically shit on him? Roman Reigns has basically taken all of Bray Wyatt's credibility as a character, as a believable character. His credibility is gone. He's supposed to be this cult leader, this demonic entity, and this guy who's supposed to be human basically comes out and beats the shit out of him. Like, I don't get WWE's booking. And 2 years later, we're going through the same shit. And I don't get it. Roman Reigns, yeah, I admit the character was slightly cool, but I never understood the theme song. It took me months, to finally come around to liking the theme song. The theme song finally grew on me. It's what they call an acquired taste. And he's got this bullshit moveset, and we're supposed to believe that these moves are deadly. He's got the guillotine, which is like a chokehold that you look like you can basically get out of without even trying. He's got this thing called the Superman punch, where he literally does this thing where he locks and loads and he jumps up in the air and punches you. He does this thing with his arm, and it looks like something a little kid would do. It looks like something that me and my brother would do if we were playing outside. Oh, I'm gonna hit you with a Superman punch. And he's got the spear. And I guess that's okay. You actually want me to believe. You want me to believe, as a wrestling fan, that this mediocre guy who used to be a part of the Shield suddenly in 2020 comes back and just automatically becomes, and he inexplicably becomes a badass. Just out of nowhere. Out of the clear blue sky. He just becomes a badass out of nowhere. And now everybody's afraid of him because he's the head of the table. He's the tribal chief. Even though nobody knows what the fuck a tribal chief even is. What is that? Nobody knows what that is. And then, on top of that, you've got the dumbass cousins that come out there with him. And they say this stupid ass catchphrase like, oh, they the twos and we the ones. Really? They the twos and we the ones. What happened to WWE, man? Like, really, what happened to WWE? How did we go from, and that's the bottom line, 'cause Stone Cold said so? How did we go from that, and how did we go from, if you smell what The Rock is cooking, or finally, The Rock has come back to whatever city he was in at that time? What happened to that? What happened to know your role and shut your mouth? What happened to that? What happened to talking about shoving something up somebody's candy ass? Where is that at? I'm not saying they have to be exactly like those guys, but what I'm saying is, what happened to the creativity with things like that? It's like they don't even try anymore. Are you fucking kidding me? What happened to WWE? I mean, Kurt Angle, for crying out loud. Kurt fucking Angle was on Raw yelling, shoosh, with that guy, Chad Gable. You got two grown men yelling, shoosh. Are you serious right now? Is this for real? Is this a real thing? You want me to believe that this guy is a badass? I'm sorry, but I ain't buying it. I ain't buying your soap. So sell it to somebody else. And what kills me is you got the fans who say The Rock should face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. So you want a legend like The Rock, the people's champion, the great one, the Brahma Bull. You want this guy to stop his busy schedule and fight some dude that used to be a part of the Shield, and he's the tribal chief. And everybody's supposed to be scared of this guy. This is the guy you want The Rock to face at WrestleMania. You fans are out of your fucking minds, man. You really are. You fans are crazy. You're just like Halloween fans. You literally accept mediocrity. I don't understand what's going on with pop culture today, man. I'm telling you. I don't understand this thing. I was born in 1986, baby, and I'm proud of it. I'm a 90s kid all day and all fucking night long. Period. Because I guarantee you, these guys wouldn't have made it in the Attitude Era. I'm telling you that now. Even Kurt Angle made it in the Attitude Era. Kurt Angle took Triple H's sledgehammer because Triple H used to basically say that Kurt Angle was a crybaby. So Kurt Angle took a sledgehammer and hit him in the chest with it and said, "Hey Hunter, who's crying now?" You know, even that was cool. I mean, come on, man. And you're talking about a damn tribal chief? That's getting really old really fast. And I got news for you. It was old a year ago. I think I wasted enough time talking. You get the idea. This whole Roman Reigns thing, it's old. WWE needs to move on. Period. Please be sure to follow me on all forms of social media at the MyersFan25 and hit the notification bell so you don't miss an upload. Thank you for watching.